Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about that amazing Subaru STI concept car that was unveiled in Tokyo just a few days ago. So it kind of makes sense. I am wearing my Subaru hoodie, so I guess that must mean that I'm the biggest Subaru fan in the world. I love Subaru. Don't get me wrong on that, but like I said, I love all cars. So whenever I talk about these things, you're going to get a very objective, perspective on it because I love them all. And if I could have one of each, I would. If I would have won that Mega Millions a couple weeks ago, right now we'd be talking about, hey, what car am I getting next? But anyways, let's talk a little bit about this Subaru STI concept car. Now, obviously, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Right off the bat, we should all know that Subaru's concept cars are never really that close to what the street version is going to look like. So if many of you saw that, like I did, and you were like blown away by it, and you're saying, man, I have my money in hand, I'm going to get that thing as soon as it hits the dealer's showroom floor, don't be surprised if it's going to be toned down. But I think in a way, that's a good thing because I feel like as it sits right now, it's a little too over the top. And if Subaru sticks to their guns like they normally do, it's going to be toned down. I think it's going to be a really drop dead sexy continuation of the WRX and the WRX STI heritage and lineup. We're definitely ready for a change. A lot of people were like, hey, Joe, why didn't you get another STI after you got rid of the Type R? I had a 2015 WRX STI. Loved the car. Problem is, the 2018 is just a light refresh. And for me to go out and get that car, it's very similar to my 2015. So I'm really looking forward to this 2020 WRX STI. Anyways, I find it kind of funny in a way that all these people all over social media, online and everything, the first thing they were all saying was, it looks like a Honda Civic Type R. The reason why I find that funny is because when the Honda Civic Type R was unveiled, everybody was saying, hey, that looks like a Subaru WRX STI. So it's kind of funny how we flip-flop in these things and go back and forth. But, looking at the front of the car, very, very aggressive styling. I really like on that concept car what they're doing with the ducts for brake cooling. If they're actually going to be air ducts for brake cooling, they're kind of like angled. It really gives the front of the car a great look. And I really like the way it says STI on the painted portion of that air duct. It reminds me back to the 2004, 2005 Blob Eye STIs and the Hawkeyes of 2006, 2007. Going down the side, I think that's where we're going to see a lot of changes. Those fender flares, they're kind of interesting. They're different for sure. I don't know how much of that is actually going to be carried into actual production, but I'm liking it. The rear of the car looks really sexy. I really like how they did the exhaust. I like the lights, the wing. I mean, an STI, that's one of the things that always made them so cool, is seeing the rally cars go down those stages and seeing that big, huge wing and how you were able to buy one that had the same look. That's something that always drives a lot of enthusiasts to the WRX STI. So I actually like the wing. I think that it's a little bit more toned down than the Type R. And like I said, once we see production STI versus production Type R, I think you're going to still see that the Type R is going to be that more aggressive styling with more things on the car, bodywork wise compared to the STI. Now, there's a lot of mystery about what's going to be powering this car, and that's something that's got me very curious and also concerned. I think the all-wheel drive system in the STI is an amazing system. I think it really allows you to really claw that road, going down a twisty road or a dirt road especially, or the snow. There's talks that this car is going to be a hybrid. And what I mean by that is that there's going to be electric motors driving one set of the wheels out of the four. And then the engine would drive the other two. Now, I know a lot of cars are going to that, especially the hyper exotics like the P1 and the LaFerrari and all that good stuff. But it's going to be interesting to see how Subaru develops that technology and uses that technology. Also, are we going to see direct injection? I would hope so by now. Pretty much everybody and their mother is running direct injection on their engines. So I'm sure that's definitely a route that we're going to see taken. Horsepower numbers. Now, like I've said before, I don't go buy a car just for the spec sheet. But horsepower never hurt anybody. Well, I guess it could hurt you if you lose control of the car because it's too much power for you. But it never hurt in the actual purchase of the car. So I'm not saying, hey man, I want this thing to have 500, 600 horsepower. If it had 350 horsepower, 375 horsepower, I'd be happy with that. I mean, it put it on par with this car, the Focus RS, which has 350 horsepower. And, you know, I think what's really going to be good for the car is for Subaru to have that power come in a little bit lower. You know, driving the STI, it's a blast. It reminds you of the older days of having a turbo power car where that turbo doesn't build the boost until 4,000 RPM. So I'm hoping that they will bring that power in at a lower RPM. And I think that's just going to overall help with the drivability of the car. Me being a big, you know, Subaru Rally fan, it'd be awesome if they could just straight up allow us to choose the gold BBS wheels, some type of gold wheel, so that you could have your World Rally Blue with the gold wheels. That's something that always sets Subaru apart. Subaru built their brand on that with their rally racing and then decided to just let it go, and it just blows my mind. Now, I know the Type RA coming out this year is going to have gold wheels, and you could get it in World Rally Blue, or you could get it in the white or the black. But why can't we just have the option? Is it really that big of a deal? I don't know. But anyways, I'm really excited about this concept, this STI concept. I think that it's something that's definitely getting a lot of people's attention and making people take notice. And that's what those types of cars are about. A concept vehicle is about that. And we'll just see how much Subaru sticks to being Subaru and brings the things from the concept to the actual production model. But anyways, I want to thank you for watching once again. You know, I love trying to share my opinions and my ideas with you guys. If you want to have your car featured on my channel, drop me a line. We'll get you set up. Stay tuned for some exciting things coming over the next few weeks. And, you know, if you haven't visited my website, check it out, raitiesrides.com. I got some great photos on there, great information about my racing career, when I used to race cars professionally after college. And like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.